Hi, this is Purple Checkered Shirt Guy, and I bring you day 22 of the GPD 30-day gaming challenge. Today, I want to take you a long time ago in our galaxy, but in a land far away, cradle of philosophy, democracy, and algebra, the ancient Greece. And yes, by my hidden blade, you're guessing right, we're doing Assassin's Creed Odyssey today. Wait, it works. Aha. So, Ancient Greece, Assassin's Creed. We'll find out if this relatively new game, performance hungry, runs on GPD WinMax, and kind of worries me if it runs at all. Well, let's check it out then. Okay, let's start off with the test with the external GPU. We have GTX 1080 connected, and we're starting the game. There it is, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah. Yes. That's strange way, but nevertheless. I switched to X input mode of the analogs, and what I got is this funky mouse thing. Okay, let's check our settings here. Window mode borderless. Okay, LG ultra wide, and the resolution is native. FPS limit is off. Okay, that's display settings. What about graphics? Graphics quality set to ultra wide, ultra high. Sorry about that. Adaptive quality. When your frame rate drops under the selected amount, anti-aliasing quality automatically adjusts to achieve the selected frame rate. Interesting. Whoops. What I wanted to do was this. Adaptive. High. Well, looks like everything is high. I won't be checking if if there is more to add. Let's try out and see how the game runs with the inbuilt Intel i5 1037M, I believe is the exact model. And the GPU is, as I said, GTX 1080. Okay, let's go ahead, run around a bit. There we go. This is our beautiful protagonist. Ooh, may I say this is interesting. Textures rendering during gameplay. Okay. FPS is at 30 right now. The processor is running very high. Apparently the game, I wonder if it's because the game is actually maybe still loading things as we are playing. Yeah, because it was at 100. When we stop, the CPU is fluctuating, I'd say, between 50 up to 100, and before was at 100. So, and as we're running, the average CPU usage is a little higher. No, I won't be using this. Whoop, sorry. New mercenary discovered. Okay. Here we have the eagle. We can fly so high, and the frame rate drops even lower. There is much to render here, so no, that was only initial drop. Now we have quite good 40. I'd say I should be disappointed, but I won't. But this is a relatively new game, and the world is quite big and detailed, so I might say maybe I shouldn't say anything. Okay, here we go. Let's head back to the city. I'm wondering if... how do I call a horse? Nah, I'm quite sure it's not by a Steam keyboard. Never mind. Ooh, a lion. Although the frames per second are at about 40, I can notice there are certain glitches. At times, I'm not sure if you can observe them as well. Okay, either way, relatively new game, runs on GTX 1080. Perhaps the graphics card isn't enough for this game, as GTX 1080 is, well, previous tech, to be honest. I thought it would be enough, but apparently it isn't. Although the real question is, isn't the CPU a bottleneck here? Which might be. As I've said, it's i5 for mobile version 1037M. So this might cause, well, the why we can't go above 40 average 45 FPS. Nevertheless, the game, I wish I could say it is smooth, but because of those jumps from time to time, I'd say it would be hard to play this game and enjoy it fully. But I'm very interested how will we manage without the external CPU. So let us go ahead and check now. Okay, here we go. We're starting the game again, this time without the external CPU. The battery is at 100%. I'm not sure if I can show you that. Yeah, it's right here. The calculation with before launching the game shows a little less than 5 hours. Let's see how the game handles now. Checking for additional content. I'm afraid that won't be necessary, my friend. Okay, there we go. Options. Let's see if automatic update. I think it's worked. Auto detection. Yeah. No, it didn't. Let's go ahead and go down to low. Apply the settings. I will be quite surprised if we achieve something about 30 FPS. Okay, I'll fast forward to the loading. And we're back. Let's check out our options just to be sure. Everything is set to low, except maybe terrain. Let's just leave that at medium. Okay, continue. Cycle hints. Man's best friend. After taming an animal, just stand near them to show how much you love them. I didn't know just standing near anything shows my appreciation. Okay, here we are, running a potato game at below 30 FPS. I told you I would be surprised if the game runs at anything near 30 FPS. But the game is relatively smooth, though we're running at 20. Although that might drop even more if we would be, for example, fighting several guys. And I'm not sure where I'm gonna find a decent fight now around the map. That's a mercenary. Logismos building. Just in case anyone asked, this is not my game. This is not my save. This is the save of my Camerawoman, my wife, who's been playing the game for over 150 hours, and I have no idea what is happening here. So I'll just try and fast travel here. Can I fast travel here? Apparently not. Let me fast travel here, please. Synchronize locations. No. How about here? Also no. No idea why. Anyway, we're running at 20 FPS. That's about it. Although the CPU is not working that much. Note that we are currently running at 50 while with connected eGPU the processor was working like crazy, going 100%. So perhaps it is true that the processor was the main bottleneck. Also, please remember that external GPU cards lose even up to 20% of the card's performance due to being external. Just because that. So it's quite possible that native GTX 1080 would run the game at 60 FPS. Uh, so yeah, that's it. Okay, I think that's it. I normally I'd connect an external screen now, but I think it's really pointless since on 800p and lowest possible settings we're running 20 FPS, so attaching anything with higher resolution would just make the game literally unplayable. So let's just leave it at that. Ah yes, I almost forgot. Let's check out the battery. We weren't playing very long, about 6 minutes, and we lost about 7% of that of battery. So we might assume that 1% is 1 minute of game, which would give about 1.5 an hour of gaming on with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Well then, it runs fairly well, although with 20 FPS, which is below the acceptable 30, but the performance is quite smooth, so you might be playing it on the GPD and Max on the go. And with the external GPU GTX 1080, we get a relatively good 40 FPS with highest settings. Probably by reducing it to medium, we would gain about 60 FPS, but 40 is acceptable as well. That was Purple Checkered Shirt Guy. Thanks for watching.